Alright, it's a little bit cooler this morning. Sun shining again. This morning it is 24 degrees. We have some frost on the ground again. Well, a girlfriend and I went to an event that we were so looking forward to last night. And okay, it's restaurant week, different cities around the country. All right, and that's whenever, let's see, an opportunity for people to come in and try the higher end items that maybe normally they could not afford or whatever. Well, okay, but most of the things that they're having during restaurant week are not regular things on the menu. So anyway, so that didn't make much sense to me. And personally, what I would like to see, it's really just an ad gimmick to bolster, restaurant sales after the holidays and before Thanksgiving and before Valentine's Day. It was really slow for a lot of restaurants, and particularly the higher end restaurants. So anyway, we had been looking so forward to this all week. She had been to the restaurant, but the things on the restaurant week menu, of course, were not things that are on the regular menu. Oh my goodness, it was hilarious because, and the way that, at least the city near us, the way that they do it, is there are 2 appetizer choices, 2 entree choices, and 2 dessert choices. And it was funny because we ended up choosing the exact same meal. But here's what I can say. Come on now. Hey, Bravo, turn around. No, now turn around. No! Hi.
You go crazy, ain't I?
Yeah, because you've never had one. It was a very kind thought. But anyway, it makes the tail go. Oh, there's another one, another big piece there. Oh, you haven't finished that one. So anyway, we were exactly on time for our reservation. 5:30 reservation, early dining time. In this country, that's an early dining time. So we have an early dining time, and we need to wait, even though I can see over half the restaurant's tables are empty. But anyway, all right, so you're not prepared. It's Saturday night. Come on now. So we waited, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. It wasn't long enough to order a drink at the bar, but not actually receive the drink at the bar, which worked out well because otherwise you have to pay out your tab rather than transfer it to the table. But anyway, every course was such an extraordinarily huge disappointment. But I mean, our main course, this was the funniest thing because we both love risotto, but she is like a fanatic about risotto. And she had just said before we received our meal that she never met a risotto she didn't like until last night. Seriously, I mean, lightly blackened cod. I think that it was like maybe held over a black tablecloth for a few minutes. This was some of the most bland food. Seriously, you could safely serve this plate of food at a nursing home. And it was not freshly prepared. It had that plate. We waited for every course, and every one of them was not freshly prepared and just put on the plate. Both of our entrees had been under heat lamps. Seriously. The tiramisu, which we both love, I've had worse. Okay. Okay, over here. I mean, by the time we got to dessert, neither of us had very high expectations. Oh, our table. Come on now, Bravo. No. Whatever's in there, we're going to leave it in there. And hopefully it'll stay in there. But anyway, our table was so wobbly, it was not safe to keep a drink on it. So whenever our server eventually made it to us, I did point out to her, I said, yeah, I said, before we get any food on this, because my friend already had her glass of wine, it's like, we need to do something about the wobble. Well, in a restaurant where half the tables are empty, you move somebody. Ask them, give them the option, would you rather move or, we'll take care of this. No, let's let them sit with her glass of wine at the wobbly table for another 5-10 minutes while I go get somebody else who will bend down and put napkins underneath. Okay, anybody who's ever lived anywhere knows the value of sugar packets whenever it comes to leveling furniture. Sugar packet in a restaurant is your friend. Nope. No. So I had sugar packets in hand because he's putting napkins on. Anyway, we are standing beside our table. It was all so absurd. It was friggin' hilarious is what it was. So anyway, the table is better. It's still wobbly, but it's better. The table needs to be repaired. But anyway, so as we're in our tiramisu, we were not we would have been completely justified in this $50 meal to have complained, because seriously, it was a $10 meal. It was mass produced. I think the first day of restaurant week was Tuesday. I wouldn't be surprised if this had been prepared 2 days before. And anyway, but we were hungry. We had not eaten. I did have breakfast, but she had not eaten anything all day because we were so looking forward to our gastric evening. But anyway, by the time the server, she comes back to ask about the turkey as we're in our dessert. Well, how was everything? And I was as kind as I could be. And I said, the tiramisu is all right. That was all. That was absolutely the kindest thing, because it's not her. The server has nothing to do with food prep, so anyway, I went to the Tidewater restaurant in Charleston, West Virginia twice, my first and last time, last night. They should be embarrassed. And it's an hour drive for us each direction. So anyway, it was like we could have gone to the local Taco Bell and gone home and laughed and had a good old time, saved gas money, saved the planet. But anyway, so we're driving home, and it was hilarious whenever we caught ourselves talking about food And we were talking about food, about the best way to reheat pizza. And whenever we realized what we were doing, we just started laughing so loud. Because it was absurd. We had left an event for us because I rarely go out to eat at all. I rarely go out at all. And the only reason I went to do this was because of my friend. Because she wanted to. I would never have made this a priority event for me to go do. So, and I kept telling her throughout the evening, every time some other thing would get our attention that was so subpar, but I still have great company, which was totally true. And we did eat. We ate. Every time we would take a bite, we were laughing because it was like, yeah, but I'm hungry. Come on. Now, she had eaten there before, and she had had other things they have on their menu. And she said, what's terrible is what we just paid for that, and we could have gotten 4 lobster rolls for the same amount of money. And she loves their lobster rolls, and I love lobster rolls. Yeah, so anyway, we'll be contacting the management, owners, whatever, because I don't know what their goal was, for Restaurant Week. And hey, if it's the last night of Restaurant Week, make it half price. If that's how you're going to do it. If the goal was bumping up sales during a slow period, okay, bully for you. I'll keep that in mind in the future. If it was to attract people to... No, bravo. No. Maybe new business or whatever. Yeah, you really shouldn't participate next year. Come on. But overall, and it was hilarious because we were both like, hell yeah, I'm taking this home because I know I can season it up. Now the cod, there wasn't much we could do just because it was hers was overcooked. And mine was so close to overcooked that I'm probably going to have to nuke it and put it in the air fryer for 2 seconds for it to be not rubber. Oh, my goodness, Bubba. Got the nose going. But yeah, I was talking about things like reheating pizza on the drive. That was just too funny. But we had our last experience together. Ended up being positive, but initially was not. It was the filet mignon that was a nice sirloin. Sorry, excuse for filet. However, ended up being great because their macaroni and cheese was very good, as was the grilled shrimp. Delicious. But anyway, yeah, the first plate of food I had to send back because it's like, no. This lobster tail is rubber because it's so overcooked. And that's not a filet. Nope, we can't stay on the bridge. Nope. Good boy. But even though it started out poorly, it ended very well. So I will definitely be going back there. I just won't get their filet unless I see it before they cook it. But anyway, and I don't care if the grilled shrimp had spit on it, it still tasted great. Oh. But anyway, and it seems like we had she and I had another experience that was less than less than positive. I can't remember what that one was. But anyway, so last night was like, maybe we've become cursed with our dining together. And sure enough, she sent me a link because she was talking about it last night. Japanese. No, now come on. Oh, that was where that bone was. A Japanese restaurant that she wants to try. And anyway, but she had sent me a link this morning. She said, "I know we were giving up, but," and I haven't eaten a lot of Japanese food. Some, but not a lot. And I'm always game to try, unless it's like octopus. No, nope, not gonna do it. Was it 3 brains or something? No. They're smarter than we are. So evidently, something I think is dumber than me is fair game. I don't know. Oh, funny thing. And that's what I told her. I mean, it was totally, almost totally worth it. Just for the laughs and memories about how obscenely ridiculous the whole thing was. Was hilarious. But Mr. Bravo, well, and I was checking on him every now and then. That was the longest he has ever spent alone without one of the aunties or somebody staying with him. Come on. And I always keep puppy pads down for him just in case. And there have been times, upset tummy in the middle of the night, evidently couldn't wake me up, and he's gone over and used them. Whenever I got back yesterday, and it's like, okay, well, if I hit a deer or something driving down the road or get pulled over by police because I'm speeding, which I would never speed on the road that I took, but that's going to make me even later getting back to my baby, so let's take it easy and we'll get there. So, Bravo, come on, heel. Left everything in the car, jumped out, grabbed him, put his lead on. He was jumping all over me. Took a second to get his lead on because he was very excited. And poor baby had to pee and poo. And after, had gotten inside and gotten everybody resettled. Smudge was fried. Her tail was all puffed. She was doing laps. That's when I found that he had not used his pad at all. And he laid on me most of the night, or most of our evening before we went to bed. And then he laid across me and up under my arm after we went to bed for about an hour or more before he got under his blanket in his spot. So he missed me. I missed him. I was worried about him. And my friend was so funny. She said, "I do not know how your son isn't the most spoiled person like ever because of how you are." And I'm like, yeah, but he never saw it, Anytime I dealt with people or had to threaten somebody with life and limb, it was whenever my son was not around. No, Bravo. Come on. You know that's too far. And we witnessed something. We went to Sam's Club afterward. And I wish I had performed better. I think okay, come on. No, come on. The whole thing was so out of my world, outside my world, that I wasn't, I don't know. But I wish I'd performed. I wish I'd behaved better. A girl, I'm guessing 11, 12 years old, pushing a cart, quite full. Her dad is lagging behind, and she's running with, I mean, she is moving fast with this cart. And sure enough, an older woman's coming out of a side aisle, and the little girl rams right into the cart. Well, the woman, what are you know, I mean, she is, what were you thinking? And she's wanting us to, like, join in, my friend and I. And the dad's catching up with the girl, and the woman is still fussing, and she's like, kids can't be allowed to act like that, you know. And at first it kind of bothered me because the kid's not acting sorry, but then I realized I think the kid was scared. I think the little girl was scared. Because this woman is, no, she wasn't yelling or anything, but it was a very ugly voice. However, the older lady probably, it scared her too. I don't know. But she also had that justified Karen attitude. And I just said to her, I said, because the reality was the little girl was pushing the cart and they had a big thing of paper towels. I don't think the girl could see where she was going. Which is all the more reason not to be pushing the cart. But anyway, and I said that. I said, I don't think she could see over those paper towels. And anyway, the whole thing, I just wish I had handled it so much better. I wish that I had said to the woman, you know, are you okay? You know, because she did pull out in front of the fast-moving cart. So it's not like she was without, you know, some culpability in the whole thing. But anyway, I'm going to try to do better in the future because it's bound to happen somewhere, sometime. Okay, Bravo boy.